What is the only liquid metal present in the room temperature? Right, mercury. If mercury is mixed with any metal, that is known as amalgam. So the amalgam is an alloy of mercury with another metal. So these alloys are formed through the metallic bond with the electrostatic force of attraction between the electrons and the positively charged metal ions. So silver, tin, amalgam is used for dental filling. If two metals or non-metals mixed together to form is known as alloy. If the mercury is mixed with the metal is known as an amalgam. So what is the reason for making alloys? To modify the appearance and color of the metal, to modify the chemical activity, to lower the melting point, to increase the hardness and tensile strength, to increase the resistance to electricity. These are the reason we are making alloys, to modify appearance and color of the metal, chemical activity, lower the melting point, and increase the hardness and tensile strength, to increase the resistance of electricity. For this purpose we are making alloys. Okay, so let us next topic is method of making alloys. By two methods we can make the alloy. The first one is by fusing the metal together. For example, brass is made by melting zinc and copper. So when we melt the metals, that is fused together to form alloy. So zinc and copper fused together to form brass. And the second method is called compressing. By compressing finely divided metals, for example wood metal, in alloy of lead, tin, bismuth and cadmium powder is fusible alloy. So in two ways we can make the alloys. The first one is fusing, the second one is compressing. Okay, what is fusing? When metal fused together to form a metal. For example, brass. So in brass, what two metals are fused together? Zinc and copper. Similarly, the second method is compressing. So finely divided metals are compressed together to form a alloy. So this is known as compressing method. So using this method we can make alloys. Alloys can be considered a solid solution. So in solution, two substances are present. One is solute, the another one is solvent. The little amount of the substance is known as, less amount of the substance is known as solute. More large amount of the substance is known as solvent. Okay, so here also the alloy is considered as a solid solution. In brass, zinc is a solute and copper is a solvent. In jewels, gold is a solvent and copper is a solute. So we discussed what is alloy and what is amalgam and what is the reason we are making alloys and what are the methods used to making alloys. See the next one, types of alloys. Based on the presence or absence of iron, alloys are classified into two types. One is a ferrous alloy, the second one is non-ferrous alloy. Okay, based on the presence of iron. If iron is present, that is known as ferrous alloy. If iron is absent, that is known as a non-ferrous alloys. Okay, based on the presence or absence of iron, the alloys can be classified into two types, that is ferrous alloys and non-ferrous alloys. So ferrous alloys contain iron as a major component. A few examples of ferrous alloys are stainless steel, nickel steel. So these are the example for ferrous iron because ferrous iron is present in these alloys. Okay, if the iron is a major component in the alloy, that alloys are known as ferrous alloy. Example, stainless steel, nickel steel. Non-ferrous alloys are, these alloys do not contain iron. If iron is absent in the alloy, that is known as non-ferrous alloys. For example, aluminum alloys and copper alloys. So because iron is absent in aluminum ion and copper ion, so these ions are known as non-ferrous alloys. So what are the two types of alloys? One is ferrous alloy. The second one is non-ferrous alloys. So ferrous alloys contains iron. Non-ferrous iron is absent. See the tabular column, copper alloys. That's a non-ferrous because in these two alloys, iron is absent, brass and bronze. So in the brass, what is present? Only copper and zinc is present. So this is copper and zinc is combined together to form brass alloy. What is the use of this brass alloy? It is used in electrical fittings. Electrical fittings, electrical appliances we are using in our homes. So that is electrical fittings. The brass is used, and medals. We are giving first brass medal, in sports and other things, activities. So that is using to make a medal. And decorative items like a wall hanger or a flower vase, like that. The different decorative items also making using this brass. And hardware. So this is used to making a hardware. Okay. Copper and zinc mixed together to form brass. This brass is used for electrical fittings, medals, and decorative items and hardware. The second alloy of copper is bronze. Second alloy of copper is bronze. So in this one, copper and tin is present. Sn is nothing but that is the stannous. Tin. Okay, so copper and tin mixed together to form bronze. So this is used for making statues, no? சிலையெல்லாம் செய்யறதுக்கு statues, coins. It is used to making coins, bells. Okay, we are having this bells in the temple and in other places, no? That bells and gongs. Okay, so bronze is used to making statues, coins, bells and gongs. So what are the copper alloys? Brass and bronze. Right, the uses also, no? The next one is aluminum alloys. So this is also non-ferrous alloy. Why this is a non-ferrous alloys? Yes, because it is iron is absent in the aluminum alloy also. So copper alloys and aluminum alloys are known as non-ferrous alloy. Why? Right, absence of iron. Okay, see the next one, aluminum alloys are duralumin. Duralumin, 4 metals are mixed together in the duralumin, that is aluminum, magnesium, manganese, copper. So these 4 metals fuse together to form duralumin. So what is the use of this duralumin? It is used to making aircraft, aeroplane alla seiyirakaga nam indha idu use பண்ணுவோம் because it is a light metal. At the same time it is very strong. Aluminum வந்து லைட்டாகவும் இருக்கும், ஸ்ட்ராங்காக இருக்கும், and free from corrosion. Okay, so that's why we are using this aluminum alloy to make an aircraft. Okay, so it is used to making aircraft. டூல்ஸ்னு என்ன, எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் அப்ளையன்சஸ் எல்லாம் இது பண்ணுறதுக்காக நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணோம் இல்லையா, டூல்ஸ். தட் இஸ் டூல்ஸ். அண்ட் ப்ரெஷர் குக்கர், வீட்டில் அம்மா யூஸ் பண்ணுற ப்ரெஷர் குக்கர், தட் இஸ் ஆல்சோ மேட் அப் ஆஃப் திஸ் duralumin. So aluminum alloy is duralumin. Duralumin contains aluminum, magnesium, manganese and copper. What is the use of this duralumin? It is used to making aircraft, tools, pressure cooker. Okay, the second alloy of aluminum is magnesium. Okay, magnesium. So only 2 metals are mixed in that magnesium, that's aluminum and magnesium. Aluminum and magnesium mixed together to form magnesium. So this is also used for making aircraft. இதுவும் aircraft யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். And scientific instruments. It is சயின்ஸ் லேப்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாலே அது மாதிரியான சயின்டிஃபிக் இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் பண்ணுறதுக்காக we are using this magnesium. So copper alloy, that's a brass and bronze, and aluminum alloys, duralumin and magnesium. So these 2 alloys, okay, metal alloys are non-ferrous alloys because iron is absent in the alloy. Okay, the next one is a iron alloy. It is a ferrous alloy. Why it is known as a ferrous alloy? Yes, iron is present in these alloys. So in the iron alloys also you are going to learn 2 ions, that is a stainless steel and nickel steel. So stainless steel contains 4 metal: iron, carbon, nickel and chromium. Okay, so carbon is not a metal, it is a non-metal. So iron, nickel, chromium is a metal and carbon is a non-metal. So alloys are mixed with metals and non-metals also mixed together. Okay, so stainless steel contain metal and a non-metal that is used for making utensils. Utensils is nothing but vessels. இல்லை வீட்டிலலாம் யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம் இல்லையா, அந்த இதுக்கு பேர் தான் யூட்டன்சில்ஸ் ஆர் வெசல்ஸ்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ தட் இஸ் யூஸ்டு ஃபார் மேக்கிங் வெசல்ஸ், utensils and cutlery knife, scissors இதெல்லாம் இருக்கு இல்லையா, கட் பண்ணுற எல்லா ஐட்டம்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு இல்லையா, தட் இஸ் known as a cutlery. கட் பண்ணுறதுக்காக யூஸ் பண்ணுற நைஃபு, சிசர்ஸ். ஓகே, ஸோ தட் இஸ் known as a cutlery. And automobile parts. Okay, automobile parts also making using this stainless steel. automobile என்னப்பா, டிரான்ஸ்போர்ட்ஸில் இருக்கிற பார்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே நம்ம ஸ்டெயின்லெஸ் ஸ்டீல் யூஸ் பண்ணி தான் பண்ணுறோம். ஓகே, அயனோட இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் அலாய் இஸ் ஸ்டெயின்லெஸ் ஸ்டீல் பிகாஸ் திஸ் இஸ் யூஸ்டு ஃபார் மேக்கிங் யூட்டன்சில்ஸ், cutlery and automobile parts. Okay, the second alloy of iron is nickel steel. 3 metals are mixed, 2 metal and 1 non-metal. That's iron, carbon and nickel. Iron, carbon and nickel. So this is known as nickel steel. So this nickel steel is used for making cables, aircraft parts and propeller. Okay, cables, aircraft part and propeller. So any doubt about alloys kana? Alloys is nothing but homogeneous mixture of 2 or more metals or non-metal mixed together to form a alloys. So the properties of alloys are different from those of its components. Example, pure gold is, we cannot use pure gold to making a jewels. When it is mixed a little amount of copper, then only we can make it jewels, because the copper enhance its strength and utility. Okay, so that is known as alloy. Amalgam, it is also alloy, but here liquid is mixed with the solid. Okay, so alloys are solid and solid mixed together. If liquid is mixed with the solid, that is known as amalgam. The only liquid metal that's a mercury. So the mercury is mixed with any metal, that is known as amalgam. So this is also used for many uses, purpose in our life. Important amalgam is silver and tin amalgam. This is used for dental filling. And the reason for making alloy is to modify the appearance and color of the metals and chemical activity and lower the melting point, increase the hardness and tensile strength and increase the resistance to electricity. For this purpose we are making the alloys. The alloys are making in 2 ways, by fusing and by compressing. And the alloys are a solution. Solution is nothing but solute and solvent mixed together to form a solution. So the less amount of the substance is known as solute and the larger amount of the substance is known as solvent. So like that in the alloys also, the solute and solvent mixed together to form the alloys. And the types of alloys are 2 types based on the iron presence. If iron is present, that is known as ferrous alloy. If the iron is absent, that is known as non-ferrous alloys. So copper and aluminium alloys are known as a non-ferrous alloys, and iron alloy is a ferrous alloy. So copper alloys are brass and bronze, aluminium alloys are duralumin and magnesium, and iron alloys are stainless steel and nickel steel. So this is about the alloy.